Okay, a brief, hopefully, introduction to the research essay, investigating technology being sort of the subtitle of this assignment. All right, so you're going to ask a research question. You're going to answer that research question in the form of an argumentative essay. You have to have a persuasive goal in mind. You have to invite your reader to see your topic through the argumentative lens that you're providing and all the stuff that that entails, being logical, being rhetorically sound, using outside sources responsibly and credibly, and with an eye out towards the big picture, towards keeping readers focused on your argument as you are presenting it. Okay, not to get too dramatic with this, but you have to pass this essay in order to pass this class. You want to pass this essay, you want to pass this class. I want those things for you as well. So what do you have to do in order to accomplish a satisfactory grade? Well, first of all, you have to provide an essay that is at least 1,750 words. Okay, that does not count your title page. That doesn't count your, if you have an abstract or your references page. It's 1,750 words of text in your essay. Just to be clear, if you had me last semester, you know that, but not all of you had me last semester. So in support of your argumentative goals, you can mix and match as much as you want, but you have to have from both of these items. So of course you can have secondary sources. We spent a long time in college composition dealing with ways to, search for, locate, evaluate, incorporate, and analyze outside sources. So you'll put all those skills that you acquired to use for this assignment, as well as I hope you will in many, many future academic writing assignments. You have to, the big wrinkle, the big change from maybe like last semester's understanding of the research project is this here, is that you have to conduct your own primary research for this essay. You've already done an observation. You've sort of already studied, you've done a sort of participant observation. You've done a project on yourself with the Digital Sabbath. Now it's time to expand our options for primary research into new observations, okay? Interviews are very popular. They have to be interviews. If you do choose to conduct an interview, you need sort of my approval on who you will interview, because that has to be somebody that has something significant to add to your understanding of your topic. Lots of different ways to sort of define that, but they, experts in the field are almost always like sort of the bar that we have to aspire to. You can't just interview, your best friend or your mom, unless your mom has something significant to contribute to the field that your essay is studying. All right, so interviews can work. You'll transcribe them. I would say by far the most popular option is this here, is creating and conducting a survey or a questionnaire or some sort of an online poll. I have a lot to say about research design methodologies once we get topics sorted out. So I'm going to save a lot of what I have to say about this stuff for later, but you will have to conduct your own primary research. That's one of the big differences between comp and comp 2, not only that 100 level to 200 level difference in my expectations, but also in the types of work that you do. So one of the our two intertwined themes this semester are technology and primary research. So you will be conducting some primary research of your own. All right, so again, 7 total, so you can mix and match. You can have 6 secondary sources and 1 primary research. No one's ever done this, but if you want to have 6 primary research sources and just 1 secondary source, awesome, do it. Conduct 6 surveys. I would love to see what that looks like. So you will, you'll collect and analyze primary sources, and you will compose an essay that answers your research question. Okay, and that's going to take up these very important questions of what is your purpose? What is your question? What answers feel most authentic to you? Okay, let me scooch this over. Let's see. All right, so you will use your sources responsibly. I hope I don't have to belabor these ideas that your sources have to be of a high quality and reliable, and that's true of your primary sources as well. I'm expecting you to sort of abide by responsible research techniques. And again, I have some presentations this week that you'll be going through on research design methodologies. So I'm not going to repeat myself here, but not only am I scrutinizing the quality of your argument, but of course I'm going to be scrutinizing the quality, the credibility, the relevance, the timeliness, and the range of your sources as well. For all the reasons that made them important last semester, they're still important this semester as well. So I don't know why you wouldn't use APA, but I will say you're heavily encouraged to. I'll leave it at that. Your primary sources, so you will, if you conduct an interview, you will transcribe your interview. This is going to be an invention journal, I think it's number 8. You will provide your raw data for your surveys. You will provide all that stuff to me. It does not appear in your references page at the end of your essay. Okay, just to be clear, I get this question a ton, so it's here all over the place, and I'll probably send out an announcement as a reminder as well. I just tend to get that question a lot. There's a lot of very responsible students. There are many of you that are worried that you're doing something incorrectly by not citing at the end of in your references page. So I just like to get out in front of that one. All right. You of course use conventions correctly. Then that is linguistic and cultural, disciplinary, all these words here. You'll have you'll work to contextualize your essay at the beginning. You will close things out and look towards the future at the end. And in the middle is where most of your argumentation, I imagine, will be taking place. All right, your primary sources, have to be, again, meet that high standard. All right, what else do I need to say? You know all this stuff here. Let's talk about the technology part, investigating technology. I said this in the week 7 screencast, so if you've already watched that all the way through, I'm going to say it again, that whatever subject you take up for your research essay, you will have the option for the collaborative multimodal project at the end of the semester to incorporate that primary research that you conduct, the interviews, the surveys, the observation data. There are other things too. You can sort of analyze a document or a text. There's like sort of like close readings is what they're called. Nobody ever does those. But what you do with this research essay, you will be encouraged to contribute to your collaborative multimodal project. That being said, if you are burned out on technology already, having done the observation essay and the digital Sabbath essay, if you just want to tackle a subject that's maybe a little more personally interesting to you, I'm completely here for that. I sympathize, and I will let you do that. You only need to have a very tertiary, a very, very tiny bit of connection to technology. And when you really think about it, just about every subject that you write about these days has got some aspect of technology folded into it, and I can help tease that out. I can help you find the technological connection to your topic, no matter what you want to write about. But you may be generating just a little bit more work for yourself in the future. So just a caveat, just something to consider. So if you are severely burned out on tech topics, I'm sympathetic, and I will help you find a topic that doesn't involve technology very heavily, but does so in some way that we both find satisfactory. So anyway, you're at the topic selection phase. I'm going to have plenty more screencasts coming down the pike once you have a topic in place about, okay, now I know what I want to explore for my subject. Now how do I develop an argument? And that's really going to be for the coming weeks. So as always, I want your emails. I want you to include me in your topic deliberations. If you have any questions whatsoever about anything that I'm sharing with you this week or any week really, please send me an email, set up a classroom visit, set up a video conference of some sort. Send me a telegram. I don't care how you get in touch with me. I just care that you get in touch with me. All right. This is a fun assignment. I hope you go into it with the proper spirit in mind, I guess. I'm trying to say, like, throw yourself into this one, see what you can learn, not only about your subject, but about yourself and your abilities as a writer, as a thinker, as a researcher. All right, as a scholar. I treat you like a scholar. You should treat yourself in a similar way. So I try to be brief, and I guess 9 minutes isn't too bad. All right, send me emails.